Why is Kill Bill the worst movie ever made in the history of the human race?
Oh, all right, here we go. I don't know who cares.
The quick answer is hyperbole clickbait title. The long answer, white man video essay. The Kill Bill movies are okay, though. 4 out of 10. Like, share, comment, subscribe, unsubscribe, resub. Anyone who's read the original screenplay for Kill Bill back in 2002 before the movie came out will probably understand what I mean when I say that Kill Bill is an inferior movie when compared to the movie it was supposed to be. The screenplay was packed with campy action and cheesy humor, borderline dad jokes, and way more violence. A legit relentless paced rapid-fire machine gun ultra-violent freak show of a revenge epic. And then the movie came out and it sucked.
Isn't it subjective?
No.
In 2002, or whenever the original early draft of the screenplay leaked, I read it out of curiosity and I loved it. I was pumped up. I was jacked. Perhaps even to the tits.
I'm jacked! I'm jacked to the tits!
I wanted to see this bizarre movie. Upon seeing the movie, all I could see was that almost all of my favorite stuff was cut out, and instead of it being replaced, what remained was merely stretched out to be longer. And what was new wasn't as good.
Isn't it subjective?
No.
The movie's midpoint originally was supposed to be an entire chapter where schoolgirl assassin Gogo Yamari's really insane sister, Yuki Yamari, took a cutesy vacation trip to California to track down the bride, snorting baby powder, sort of, we'll get to that, and spraying Los Angeles neighborhoods with a machine gun fire and casually chucking grenades into people's houses. Bill was originally a hulking Zyber Chad who was introduced in the movie, paying $20 for half a shitty beer in a Dixie cup at one of the sleaziest low-rent private craps games humanly possible, and practically goading the game runners into trying to kill him just as a little assassination prank, all for his own entertainment. Bill's brother, Bud, was originally going to Doom Guy super shotgun blast the bride's entire ass with rock salt. Why were these scenes cut from the movie?
The million-dollar question I didn't have the answer to.
I don't even think this is Tarantino's worst movie. I think Death Proof is, but I didn't read a screenplay for Death Proof that was great beforehand. Clearly, expectations were the biggest factor for me, though expectations tend to be the biggest factor for many people. If someone's hyped to see a movie that's not good, they tend to dislike it even more. Many changes apparently were made after Harvey Weinstein told Quentin Tarantino that the movie should be 2 movies, and Quentin agreed with his good friend Harvey Weinstein. They were such good friends with each other. So you can blame Harvey Weinstein if you want. I mean, you could just blame him for anything at all, unrelated to any of this. Yeah, good job there, Quentin. Nice friend you got there. And I mean that sarcastically. No matter who you blame, and even though I know the guy is an Oscar award-winning genius auteur, after watching Kill Bill for myself, I started thinking that maybe Tarantino is overrated. That's just my opinion, though. I could be wrong. What isn't my opinion is the superiority of the screenplay over the final movie.
Isn't it subjective?
No.
First, one thing that is certainly subjective is that I still think that Kill Bill would have benefited greatly if it was just one single epic breakneck-paced revenge romp instead of 2 slower, more padded movies. I also think that this movie should have been directed by someone else. For instance, Sam Raimi. But then again, Sam Raimi was doing the wildly successful Spider-Man movies at the time, and to his greater benefit anyway, I suppose. Plus, who is going to tell Oscar winner Quentin Tarantino that he should not direct his own movie? But you know who really should have directed? Sam Raimi. Oh, no, I said that already. How about Robert Rodriguez? He's a better action director than Tarantino.
Isn't it subjective?
No!
Once Upon a Time in Mexico is, in large part, the movie that Kill Bill should have been. I don't blame anyone for not liking that movie either, but it was gritty and grimy and slimy and violent and funny and bewildering and full of colorful characters and bizarre situations. The exact thing I wanted in either movie, Kill Bill or Once Upon a Time in Mexico, and you can scientifically quantify how much more of that stuff is in Once Upon a Time in Mexico compared to Kill Bill? I know this doesn't mean that Kill Bill therefore is a bad movie that no one can possibly enjoy. I'm just giving this as another example of why I didn't prefer or like Kill Bill as much as I knew I could have based on what should have been in the movie or the way that I imagined it. But that's also just my opinion.
I could be wrong.
But how about Luc Besson as the director? He does some good action flicks, right?
Maybe!